And now, insurance-minded speeches from Geico.
It's a common expression, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. However, what if the horse's mouth is filled with useful insurance tools? This is the exact case with the Geico app. Yes, the app is free and therefore a gift horse. However, look inside the app and behold, emergency roadside assistance, digital ID cards, bill pay. Get the Geico app. Look it in the mouth. Get amazing services. Thank you.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Goldilocks Productions presents the Butterfly Medium Show with Ivana. Ivana, the Butterfly Medium, is a world-renowned psychic medium. She is a third or fourth generation psychic medium since her family immigrated from Italy. Ivana has a magical gift that will turn a skeptic into a believer. The Butterfly Medium has been giving healing messages from loved ones on the other side for over 2 decades. Ivana started feeling ghosts and spirit around her since her mom's passing, only 3 days after Ivana's 5th birthday. Her mom has communicated with her through the Monarch ButterFlies since the young age of 7 years. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard if you would like to speak with Ivana. The call-in number is 713-955-0594. Again, that's 713-955-0594. Press 1 if you would like to get on air with Ivana to ask her or her special guest a question. Enjoy this magical and healing show.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to my show, the Butterfly Medium Show. I am Ivana Figueredo, the Butterfly Medium, world-renowned psychic medium, and I am here to give you messages from the other side. What do I mean by the other side? Well, when we pass away, when we die, the shell of us is gone, but our soul will always remain. And we are energy. When our soul leaves our body and goes to what I call spirit heaven, we are now energy. We can tap into our loved ones that are here in the physical world. And when I say the physical world, I mean the person is still here physically. People are still here in the physical world. We are still here. We're still alive. But in the spirit world, their spirit is in spirit, which I call spirit heaven. You know, a lot of times we will see signs and symbols, whether it's through the clouds. You might see the shape of a heart and it reminds you of your dad, or you might find a dime which reminds you of your grandma, or you know that your grandma's watching over you because she just gave you this sign and this symbol through you finding a dime. That is a sign and a symbol from your loved ones. When you see a bird, is it a cardinal? Is it a robin? Is it a hummingbird? Is it a dragonfly? Is it a firefly? Is it a butterfly? Those can all be the spirit of our loved ones who have physically left the physical world, but are now in spirit. 3 days after my 5th birthday, I was living in Sicily, Italy. And on June 13, I turned 5 years old. And on June 16, my mom passed away. She did not pass away of any natural causes, but she passed away very tragically. And today, I'm here healing the world with many messages for all of you that are grieving the loss of a loved one. Because I know what I went through for 40 years. This year will be the 40th year of my mom's passing. And today I'm here to share with you healing messages because your loved ones are connecting to me. They are connected to me because they have found who it is that they wanted to connect with. They are bringing me to each and every person a little bit at a time. It's where the strangest things happen. You know how I meet someone very awkwardly or very in a strange setting, or someone that I never knew before, and all of a sudden, you know, I tell someone that I'm a psychic medium, and oh my goodness, and I tell them who I am, and apparently they've already messaged me. But then I run into this person again and again and again. And on the third and fourth day, or the fourth day that I ran into this person, there was a dime sitting on the chair right next to her, which I told her, your father is always with you. And apparently I called her during one of my Facebook Live videos. I can't remember this. I can't remember these things. Once spirit gives me a message, it is out of my mind, out of sight, out of mind. I cannot possibly retain all the information that I am given. Do I suffer with anxiety? Yep. Yes, I do. Very much so. Would I change it for the world? No, because my mom's passing has brought me to where I am today. And I always say this, everything bad that happens in life happens for a good reason. I'm not saying that it was good that she passed. I miss her like you wouldn't believe. I barely remember her. But the pain that I carried for many, many, many years, no one could ever fathom the pain that I've carried for 40 years. However, it's been released as I went along in my life and on my journey. I managed to release that butcher knife, and I always described it as a butcher knife stuck in my heart. I was able to release that in my 20s. And oddly enough, that's when I started connecting to spirit. It's been over 20 years that I've been doing the work that I do. And I'm here to heal each and every one of you. I'm not perfect. I'm only human. I only say what I receive from spirit. If something doesn't make sense to someone when I'm giving them a reading, then just leave it alone. It may make sense 6 months down the road. It may make sense after the reading because you were so nervous during the call that you couldn't remember who your Uncle Mike was or your Uncle Frank or whoever. But there is always validation as to what I say in a reading because spirit is never wrong. They will show me like a game of charades, like I've described it many times before. They show me signs and symbols, just like a game of charades. And I have to figure out what it means. It will make sense to you, or it may make sense to you, and it may not make sense to you. But only you can make sense of it as I try and probe until they show me exactly what it is. I've also become a medical intuitive along my journey, which I feel I've had all along, but I just never knew until I got into my adult years. What is a medical intuitive? I'm not a doctor. I can't give you a prescription. I can't prescribe you anything. I can't diagnose you with anything, but I can only tell you what spirit shows me. I've had many people message me after a medical intuitive reading that no doctor could find what was wrong. But what I said came up in an MRI. What I showed them came up in some tests. So I'm just here to validate these things for you. I'm not here as I'm not a fortune teller. And I want people to understand, and I think it's important, the importance of a psychic medium. I never liked to be called a psychic. I used to tell people, please don't call me a psychic. I'm not a psychic. Until I realized from other people that are psychic mediums, I'm a psychic medium. All mediums are psychic, plain and simple. All mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. And it's important for people to understand that. A fortune teller may give you some tarot cards and give you some, some advice and what have you, and that's fine. Are there legitimate answers there? I don't know. I've never worked as a fortune teller. I've been put here on earth to heal the world through messages, to receive messages from their loved ones. Do you know how many times I've looked at someone and said, my goodness, this person needs healing? And sure enough, they get a reading and that's exactly what they received and that's what they needed. So today I just want to share with you first, and I like to share things about my life and who I am before you listen to my show, because I don't want you sitting here judging me or criticizing me because it's the devil. I've been criticized many times. I was born and raised as a Catholic, still believe in God, always will, always have. Became a born-again Christian in 2013. And the person that I am, I'm a very giving, loving, compassionate person. You can't tell me that I'm going to go to hell because I'm helping people by healing them with messages from their loved ones. I went through that phase for 10 months and going to bed guilty every night because, oh my goodness, Jim and I are not married and we kissed. Wow. So every night I only lived with guilt and people were judging me because I was a medium. So why are they judging if they're in a Christian church? And I'm sorry for any Christian who's listening, but I want to share this with the world. I will always believe there is a God. I have prayed to God my entire life, and my God has always listened. And so has my mom, who is my spirit guide. And she has been there since the day she passed, since the last day I ever laid eyes on her. So today, again, I'm here to help you with healing. And anybody who's listening and wants to connect with someone today, think of that person and talk to that person. Let them know to connect with me. You may not get through on the line, and that's fine. Maybe it wasn't meant for you to receive today. Maybe you have to wait 6 months. Things happen along the way. Our journey is long, and it could be narrow, it could be wide. It's what you choose your journey to be. And my journey keeps on getting wider and wider and wider because it's getting more beautiful. And I'm reaching out to more people than I can even imagine. And I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful and I am so thankful each and every day for the gift I have received. And it's the gift of giving healing messages. If you haven't listened to my shows or watched my Facebook Live shows on Monday nights, of course, on Facebook, please watch it. Please take some time to sit down and watch one of the shows. They start at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and they go until 9 p.m., and they're absolutely amazing. You know what? Sometimes, yes, there are people that I'm not, the messages are just not for them. I had this incident last week on one of my shows. There wasn't one message that meant anything to the lady I was reading, but it made sense to 10 other people. So sometimes what Spirit does is they piggyback, and what they're doing is they're feeding messages to someone else, maybe, or some of the messages may be for them. Some of the messages are also for them. And this happens a lot. So don't watch and say, oh, this is full of, you know what, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. You haven't sat with me for any other readings to see what happens in readings. And there is no way that the stuff, the information I am given, the validations, there is no way that I could pull this stuff out of a hat. You're all calling me anonymously. I don't know who you are. So today I want you to enjoy the show. And I'm sorry that I took so much time in the beginning, but I feel it's very important. I know it's very important that all my listeners, all my viewers know who Ivana the Butterfly Medium is and know why I am the Butterfly Medium. I was fascinated by the Monarch ButterFlies. And as I got older, I realized just a few years ago that my mother was always my Monarch butterfly. And every time one flew right past me or landed on my arm, this was my mom telling me, she's got my back. I'm watching over you. I'm protecting you. And oddly enough, my entire life, there has been nothing but good luck. I say this, it may sound a bit my nose is in the air. That's not what I'm trying to say. Always been something different about my life that I can't explain. If I lost something, I always found it. If somebody was dying or something was happening, I could heal them. I don't know how. All I know is this is how I grew up. And everybody that knows me has always said, I've always known there's something special about you, Ivana. And I feel it. And in the end of 2016, I felt this surge. And whoever is listening and may have heard me say this, I felt it, and I kept saying it, there's a surge coming, and it's coming very fast. And you watch what amazing things 2017 is gonna bring. And I kept telling Jim, 2017 is going to be the year. Something is going to explode. Something is going to happen, and it's going to be amazing. And I kept telling him, we have to do Facebook Live. We have to do Facebook Live. Let's do it. Let's do it. My mom keeps showing me. And guess what? Thousands and thousands of people are now watching me each and every Monday night. And I am so, so grateful. I am so very blessed. Do you know what the name Ivana means? It means gift of God. I searched it a couple of years ago. What is the meaning of Ivana? Gift of God. I think that's a little, I would say ironic. Some people, skeptics might say ironic. But it's strange how I'm healing each and every one of you. And that's what I love. This is my passion. No wonder I was never settled when I was younger. I couldn't stay at one job because I had way too much anxiety. It just wasn't for me. But anytime I was in my own zone of tuning in and doing my cards and burning sage when I was in my 20s and giving people messages, I felt alive. Otherwise, I suffered for many years with depression and anxiety, and never once did I ever take anything for it, because I knew that I was always going to be protected and grounded, and I always have been. I've never once tried to take my own life, and I could have, if you only knew half of my stories. I never once turned to prostitution or alcoholism or drugs or anything like this. Have I tried all these things? Have I done them? Yes, of course I have. But I am who I am today because this gift was given to me. And nobody will ever take this gift away from me. Nobody will ever, ever take it away. You can hurt me, you can stab me, you can poke me, but you won't ever mean anything to me. And it won't ever hurt me because I've learned to just let it go. And this is important for everybody to hear. Everybody listening, you may have had your own horror stories. You may have your own skeletons in the closet. Everybody does. There might be some fortunate people that don't. But we know what it's like to be ashamed growing up, going to grade school in grade 2 and 3 and 7 and 12. To be ashamed to walk around to show your face of who you are. Be ashamed of who you were. Because of the passing of your mom. I was ashamed. I was very ashamed. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I was picked on. I was beat on. And I was made fun of. Imagine a 5-year-old in school being made fun of. Because your mom was killed. It wasn't fun. I ran home crying many, many, many times, screaming. And today I understand why it happened. every bad thing that happens in our lives, it happens for a good reason. If those things didn't happen to me in my life, I wouldn't be a compassionate person. I wouldn't understand somebody else's feelings. I wouldn't be kind and loving to everybody, no matter what race you are. I have always been compassionate towards everybody. It didn't matter what they look like, what they were wearing, what color their skin was. Even if they were homeless, I always gave. So whoever suffers today, there's a reason why you had to suffer, because goodness has to come out of there. You might be healing the world in your own way. You might be helping someone else with your story. So thank you. I want to say thank you to everybody that has been following me on this journey since day one. It has been more and more beautiful each and every month that goes by. There has been so much goodness that has come our way. And Jim and I and the kids, we are all so thankful. And my kids could be, no, they are so very proud of their mom and so very proud. And both my children are also intuitives as well. So thank you once again to everybody who listens each and every week, who watches my Facebook Live shows each and every Monday. Tune in whenever you can, even for half an hour if you can. Thank you for listening. It is so important for me to have these talks with you once in a while. It is important for you to understand where I come from and why I am here today. So thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I welcome all callers at this time. And we will start taking some calls and doing some readings. We'll do, well, you know me, I always say one card reading, but again, I'm a giver. So I always, whatever spirit asks me to do, I will do. Why don't we take our very first caller? Caller number, I don't know why, but I feel that this caller is a male. I don't know why. I could be so wrong, but maybe there's a male who's here for this caller. We're going to start with caller 443. Hello, caller 443. What is your name
Hi.
and where you? Hi there.
It's Kathy from Maryland.
Hi, Kathy from Maryland. How are you?
Good.
Father in spirit, Kathy.
Yes.
Okay. So know that you were obviously listening, and I felt this very strong male person on the other side, on the other end. And so as soon as I saw the number 443, I felt there was a male there. So that male connection I was having was with your father.
Wow.
And he's saying, I hope you listened. He's saying Carol. I'm hearing Carol, but he could be saying your name, Kathy. And again, as the way I see things and the way I hear things, I hear them in a muffled tone. I see them through signs and symbols. So it could be what sounds like, but I'm hearing Carol. But he could be saying Kathy, unless your mom is Carol or unless someone else is Carol.
No, neither.
No,
But
no, so that's fine. So what he could be doing is he could be validating your name. But of course, he's in spirit, he's energy. Sometimes they can't tell us the name exactly. It's just the way I see it, the way I hear it. But what he was saying, what I feel like he's saying to me is, to relay the message to you is, I hope you were listening, Kathy. he makes me feel, first of all, your dad is very sweet. He was giving me a round of applause for my speech there, which I held back so much because I didn't want to start crying and mess up my energy. But your dad was saying, I hope you were listening. He makes me feel that your heart as well, you have a heart of gold, but you give it away too frequently. And he says, and unexpectedly, or maybe just to people that don't deserve it.
yeah, I had to change it to people that are deserving now.
Pardon?
I had to change it to people that are deserving now, because
Yes,
before
you do.
it would be everyone.
That's right. And what happens is you give an inch, they want a mile. Sometimes
Right.
people don't realize that mile is a lot for us. Sometimes people don't realize that they're taking it for granted or taking, advantage of a situation or a person. So what your dad is validating for you today, Kathy, is, did you listen? Did you hear?
I did. Yes.
And I'm just repeating what he's saying to me right now. It's like him speaking. Did you listen? Did you hear what she said? Listen to what she said. This is what he's making me feel.
Mm-hmm.
And if it makes sense to you, then great. Of course, it doesn't make sense to me because I don't know you, but he shows it to me for you. I'm going to give you a couple of cards here, but I'm just clearing the energy from them. Just give me a moment. Is your mom very close to spirit, or is your mom in spirit?
She's in spirit.
Okay. How long ago did she pass? Within the last 2 years?
Yeah, last June.
Oh, okay. So that's why they're making me feel that she's either very close to being in spirit or she's already in spirit, because it was just recently that she passed away. So she's coming on to her 1 year anniversary in June. Is that true? Is that what
Yes.
you're saying? Okay. So that's why your dad shows me this. So they're making me feel, both of them are making me feel, I'm just a thought away, Kathy. Ask us and we will always be there. And your mom does come to you in the form of a butterfly. And I feel your dad's more of a light-colored bird. If it's not a light-colored bird, he shows me a robin. And also, it was my time to go, is what they say.
Mm-hmm.
It was my time to go. But right now is the time for your healing. Because your mom says, it's been long enough. I don't know why she's saying this to you. Maybe she knows, maybe she feels, maybe she's feeling how you were feeling, that maybe you were falling apart. And of course, your mom passed away, but she's saying it's okay now to move on. And it doesn't mean you need to forget and all this. No, it doesn't mean you need to stop talking to her. No. But she says it's time to have some healing. I'm in such a beautiful place.
Mm.
I'm in a beautiful place. She's talking about with your brother. She says, do you have a brother?
Yes.
Is your brother in spirit or is he here?
He's here.
So you with your brother. So your brother's here in the physical world. She just said with your brother. That's all she said. But she didn't show me if your brother was in spirit or here. Eva, is your brother's birthday just passing or is it just around the corner? Is his birthday in June? Pardon?
No.
Did you say no?
Yes, no. His birthday
Okay,
is
she
November.
shows me June or July. November, okay. So something about June. What did you say June was? You said something earlier.
Oh, well, June is her birthday.
Okay, June is her birthday, okay. But she's making me feel that she's already showed us that, or you've already told us that. But she's making me feel there's something happening for your brother. It's a celebration of a blessing. When they send me a blessing, maybe she's just saying hello. Maybe it's a blessing to say hi to him.
No, you're right.
So
in April, he's
be a wedding.
retiring.
Oh, he's retiring. Okay, so perfect. So know that this is what she's sending him a blessing for. So like I was saying, a blessing could be a birthday, it could be an anniversary, it could be a retirement, it could be a wedding, a baby. So this is what they're validating. So she wants to wish him many blessings for a happy retirement. Is your brother fairly tall?
Not really, no.
Okay. She shows me a taller man. And I don't feel he's very, very slim. I just feel he's tall and he's, I don't want to say stocky either, but he's solid. He's solid.
That would be my brother, but he's not very tall.
Okay. So then maybe, so this is what she's showing me. And again, I mean, I'm just seeing it tall. Maybe she's getting it confused. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's not tall in my mind, but that's the way I see it. That's the way I feel it. But she's obviously describing him. So she wants to congratulate him on his retirement. And also, there's 2 cards that I pulled out for you, and these are called guidance cards. So just something that you need to hear today, that your mom and dad want you to feel it and learn it about you. Even when things aren't perfect or don't seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. So they're asking you to trust in life as much as you can. And also, I don't compare myself to others because I am not meant to be a copy of anyone else. Remember what your father was saying. Were you listening? Were you listening? I was born to be me, an original, one of a kind. I am happy to be me. And that's why your dad says he loves you so much, because you are you. You're not meant to be anybody else. Kathy will always be Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
And they miss you very much.
Yeah, I know. I was like close to tears when you were telling your story. It was so sad.
Thank you. And this is why I'm able to help others, is because I know what that pain feels like. But imagine at the age of 5.
I can't.
You know, I not only lost my mom, I lost my dad, I lost my brother. It's like my whole world that was it. But then my grandparents took my sister and I in. So we had a loving home. There were a lot of morals that we learned. Compassion, what I for myself. You know, my grandparents gave me everything that they could ever give us. And they did a great job raising me. And I am so blessed for that. And I'm so thankful. And my grandmother today is still alive. She's 90.
Wow.
She'll be 91. Thank you so much for listening, Kathy. And you know, when your dad says these things for you, clearly he's saying to you, did you hear that? Did you understand that? This is what he wants you to understand it as well. To let go.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're giving somebody an inch, don't always give a mile. Unless of course you have to, and you feel that you need to. You know what I mean, right? But it's when people
understand.
start taking things for granted, right? When people start taking things for granted.
Right.
I did a lot of learning, that's for sure. Growing up, I've always had to figure it out on my own.
I think he's seeing part because it's like I want to retire, but I worry about the financial part of it. So.
And they will always be there to support you.
Yeah.
You know, many times I suffered as well as a single parent with 2 small children. There was a lot of suffering. And I still overcame all those obstacles. And no matter financially, I cried all the time. I was so worried sick. But they always provided. Spirit always provided. God always provided. So never lose your faith and always believe. It's tomorrow I'm going to receive $500. Tomorrow I'm going to receive that $50 I need. Do you know what I mean? Manifestation is also huge. Do you know how many times I suffered? And I thought, oh my goodness, God, please, put a check in my mailbox. And I'd go to my mailbox and boom, the next day there was a check. I wasn't expecting a check. Do you know what I mean? And you've heard this over and over. The laws of attraction, meditation, clearing, smudging, talking to God, talking to your loved ones. They'll always be there for you.
Okay.
Acknowledge them. When your lights are flickering, Kathy, acknowledge your mom or your dad. Or both of
Okay.
them.
Thank you.
All right.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome. When you
God
find
bless.
a dime, when you find a dime, know that this is them. When you see a bird, a butterfly, a dragonfly, this is them.
Okay.
All right. So many blessings to you, Kathy, and thank you for calling in. I hope you listen to the rest of the show. And also, if you're not on my Facebook page, please like and share my Facebook page, Ivana Figueredo or the Butterfly Medium. So I've got the Butterfly Medium page, and then of course Ivana Figueredo. That's my Facebook page as well.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Have a great night. And if you do
too.
want to watch the show on Monday night, you'll see them posted on Ivana Figueredo, not on the Butterfly Medium page, because I
Okay.
go live from my page. Yeah. All righty.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Have a great day. Bye-bye. All righty. Wow. Our next caller is caller 201. Hello, caller 201. What is your
Hi.
name and where are you calling from, please?
Jennifer from New Jersey.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, it sounds like it, actually.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I can help you. What can I do for you today and see if I can help?
I just wondered, like, what you see. Like, I have this, because I have a lot of health issues going on, and I have a disability case that's being evaluated again, and I just wondered, since I changed lawyers and have different doctors, do I have any chance of being approved, or you see me getting denied again? Because they're supposed to make a decision pretty soon.
Well, when you said that you're having medical conditions, you did not say that. I mean, the very first word wasn't that you may have disabilities or what have you. But as soon as you said, I'm just going to tell you what I saw, what signs and symbols I saw. The minute you said I have some medical conditions, the very first thing, that I felt and saw was a disability. Some sort of a disability. I almost feel like it's a physical disability. But I'm not sure. But they just showed me as a disability.
Yeah. I have different health stuff, like autoimmune and just different
Right.
problems.
Yeah.
And then I'm under a lot of anxiety right now, a lot of stress.
And you're telling me way too much, and you're not like you're giving yourself a reading. However, it's funny because then when I say it, then people say, well, of course you just said it. However, that's exactly what they were just showing me, is that there's something with your nervousness or whether it's anxiety. And when they show me this, they show me from like the top of your chest, your breast line, all the way down. This is making me feel there's anxiety, your nerves are twisted, there's anxiousness, there's this sort of thing. And that is causing other medical conditions for you. Maybe you have, physical, I have so much anxiety as well. Do I have physical aches and pains? I do. I have a lot. But it's also the work that I do as well. It's worry. And they're asking you to let go of your worries and just leave it up to them. I feel that there's a male in spirit for you. I'm almost seeing the name John, and I know it's a common name, and I get it all the time, but I don't know why. Maybe it's just the first name spirit always likes to show me. But I'm almost feeling like it's your father or your grandfather. Who is this? Does this make sense to you?
Neither of them have that name, though. I have people around me in spirit, here on this side with that name.
Okay. And who is passed? Is it your dad or your grandfather, or both?
No, I'm saying that when you mentioned the name John, I have people around me. My brother-in-law is John, and I have a nephew.
Okay. Okay. So someone in spirit, whoever it is, whether it's a father figure or a grandfather, maybe your father-in-law, I don't know. They're just showing me the name John. So I don't know. They could be talking about a different John. They could be talking about your brother-in-law. I'm not sure. Is your brother-in-law's father passed?
No.
Okay.
No, but he's a John, too. They're all Johns.
Okay, all right. So this is going to be a difficult one, so I'm just going to leave it at that, because when there's too many, then it confuses me, and I don't know who's who. There could be like 3 or 4 of them, or, there could be one spirit, but they're showing me all these different names for different people, and then it just starts to get confusing. But one of the things I'm feeling, whoever this male is that's in spirit that I'm connecting to, they're making me feel that you just need to take it easy. You just need to slow it down. And don't worry, things will happen. So what happens in our lives is we rush everything too much. It's like we're 10 and we want to be 20. What's happening is we're rushing our lives ahead. We're forcing things to happen that aren't meant to happen so soon. And they're asking you to slow it down. It will happen when it's meant to happen. Your relationship, are you not in a relationship right now and you want a relationship?
Yeah,
okay,
I do.
so this, and you would love to have a relationship, right?
Mhm.
And this is what they show me. Don't worry about that. That's the first thing they showed us. You're not in a relationship. Well, don't worry about it. It will happen when it's meant to happen. It's okay if you feel lonely right now. That's normal. Yeah. But there is something special waiting for you. Something special is waiting for you. And it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. When we force those closed doors to open, it never works out. Right. It never works out. I always say, let it be, let it be. And you know what? Spirit will show you, God will show you, and they will show you in unexpected ways. And then you'll be like, oh my goodness, she was right. Spirit is right. It's happened to me my entire life. Don't force any doors that are closed to open because it doesn't work out. When a door opens, there's a... Pardon?
I was just going to say, what do you see as far as disability, though? Like, do you see that coming, or I'm going to get denied?
I do feel that you're going to be approved. If there is a chronic, whatever it is that you are having physically, mentally, emotionally, it doesn't matter. Whatever the case may be, in your case, I do feel that it's going to get approved. They're showing me the number 4, then they show me the month of May. So I don't know what this means. Maybe they're saying April and May.
Maybe I'll get approved and then I'll get money because it takes time to get the money.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But just keep those months in mind because they're definitely showing me something with it. They're showing me 4 and they're showing me May. So I don't know if it's 4 weeks, 4 months, the month of April or the month of May, but this is what they show me, 4 and May. And 4 could be the month of April. 4 could be the day, 14th day, I don't know. Okay, so good luck with that. And please, check in with us and let us know what happened. I may not remember.
I will.
Most likely I won't remember because I never do. But, let us know the outcome. And good luck with everything. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bless. Bye-bye. Thank you. So our next caller, and I think this might, I'm going to try and take 2 more callers. We will see. Or 1 quick card for each person. So caller number 949, what is your name and where are you calling from, please? Hello?
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, you're welcome.
My name is Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, and how do you spell that, please?
It's D-E-E space D-E-E.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from South Orange County, California.
I was just about to write California, so thank you so much. There's always, every week we get calls from California, which is absolutely amazing. So, and you never know. One day I might be talking to a star and I wouldn't even know it, but I hope they would tell me. I'm kidding. So how can I help you, Dee Dee? And thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for being on here. And thank you for being able to get through. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I just can really relate to the first part of your show when you were saying how badly you suffered when your mom passed. Although my mom wasn't killed, she did die suddenly. And I feel like I've never been the same. This was in 2009. But I just wanted to make that point to you before I asked a question.
Thank
you. My question is, my daughter is expecting a baby boy in August. And she's with this gentleman that I'm not sure is as committed as she is. Do you see them getting? Yeah. Do you see them getting married?
Now, like I said, I'm genuine. I don't sugarcoat anything for anybody, even though they want to hear a different answer. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, I do see them getting married, but I also saw the word incapable. So I'm not sure if this is what they're, if they're referring to him or this relationship or what have you. He does actually care for her, is what I'm being shown. He does actually care for her, but he shows it in a very strange way. What they're showing, what Spirit shows me, is when they are behind closed doors, I feel that the relationship is different than what people see. You're only the outsider, and you're seeing the outside. Now, this is what Spirit showed me, okay? And whatever they mean by this, I don't know. But they're making me feel that behind closed doors, it's a different relationship than what people actually think. Whether it's good on the outside and bad on the inside, the fruit looks good on the outside, but on the inside, it's not good anymore. But or it could be the opposite, that he's actually in person. Maybe he's just, kind of a show off or wants to look, whatever the case may be. But then behind closed doors, he's probably just a big teddy bear.
Yeah, I think that's probably more like it. He's got a real rough exterior. He's Italian. I mean, I'm Italian as well, which that part is good. He's Sicilian. He's from New York. Yeah. So he's tough. He's got that tough exterior. Plus, he's covered with tattoos, and he is a recovering heroin addict. So inside, as a mother, I am just beside myself. And, of course, I can't overstep my boundaries. So I'm just praying that everything works out. But inside, I'm just twisted.
Of course, because you don't know. Now, is this their first child?
Yes. She just turned 20, and it was an unexpected thing. And he's 27.
Your daughter turned 20.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So your granddaughter, you said they have a little girl, or she's pregnant?
No. She's pregnant. I will be having a grandson in August, and this will be the very first child. Yes.
Right. Okay. This is the way that Spirit shows it to me is on the outside, he looks like he's this, but when you say, of course, he's a recovering heroin addict.
Yep.
I can't really comment to that because that's a big topic on its own and more of a private topic. That, however, on the outside, you don't know what he may have suffered as a child. Maybe his dad beat him. Maybe, people beat him. Maybe things happen to him where on the outside he has to look tough and rough, but on the inside, he'll melt your heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel like that's the kind of person he is. I just wish he could let me in. I've been trying to be nothing but loving and accepting, and supportive, and
maybe maybe he's afraid to get close to you.
I think that's probably it.
Especially if maybe he doesn't have a great relationship with his parents. Who knows? And he's afraid of maybe getting close to you, in case he loses you or loses her, or you might, who knows?
Right.
It depends. It depends on, it really also depends on history. What is his history? Why is there's a reason why he's acting this way. There's a reason why he's like this. He has a shield in front of him because as a child, he suffered himself.
Yeah.
Maybe the child will change them.
I hope so.
So I wish you all the best. And I know I do feel, and Spirit does show me, that I feel he does love your daughter. And he will protect her.
Thank God.
And that's what's important.
Yes, that's all that matters.
So good luck with everything. I hope things go well. And if they do get married, accept it and send them blessings.
I will. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let them know you're there for them. Let
always.
them know that when they need anything, I will always be here for you. And I did get the card, sobriety.
Oh, wow.
Sobriety. The sober card, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So that's a validation that he's in sobriety right now.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Dee Dee. Thank you so much for
Thanks.
calling, and thank you for listening to my show.
Okay.
And thank you for the
All right.
beautiful and kind
Thank you.
words. You're welcome. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. I'm going to take another caller, caller number 856. Hello, caller 856. What is your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hi, Ivana. This is Laura in New Jersey.
Hi, Laura in New Jersey. Is it Lora or Laura?
Lora.
Okay, thank you. I don't know why. I think last week, I don't know if I've spoken to you before, but I think this happened once before where I spelled it Laura, and the person said, no, it's Lora. So I thought I'd say that this week, Lora. Have we spoken
Yes.
before, Laura? Okay,
yes,
wonderful. Thank you very much for coming back to the show. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's good to talk about what you feel. It's very important, of course, to always be open and honest with people and let them know how you're feeling. And I just want to say this to you as well, because I feel like you need to open up as well to someone. There's someone that you want to open up to, but you just can't seem to open up to. And maybe you're afraid. I don't know if this is right, but this is what I'm being shown.
I don't know. I don't know. There's no really one person that sticks out at the moment.
Okay, and that's okay. It could very well be the next caller who's waiting. It could very well be. I don't know. Sometimes Spirit will show me something, but it could be for another person waiting. But that's okay. So what is your question? What would you like to know? Or what would you like a card? Would you like to ask a question?
I would like to know if there's a romance coming for me this year.
I'm sorry, if there's a what coming this year?
A romance? Am I going to meet anybody?
Oh, a romance. I'm sorry. Let's just have a look. I'm doing some cards here for you. Just give me a moment. I have to clear my deck for every reading, for every person. Okay. New romance. They show me, I don't know why, but they're showing me the number 7. So I don't know if 7 or July means anything to you, or 7 months from now, or 7 months ago. Did you split with someone 7 months ago, or in the month of July, or something to do with another relationship? Does the number 7 make any sense for you?
No, it doesn't. So
okay.
Maybe it's July or 7 months from now I'll meet somebody.
Yeah, that's the next thing that I was just about to say. One of the cards that just fell over for you, well, the one and only card, was keep the faith. So it's kind of not ironic, but of course we all think it's ironic how you're asking, is there going to be romance? And someone on the other side is trying to show you, yes, there will be, but again, keep the faith. It's kind of like the last, not the last person, but there was another lady I spoke to, and it was the same thing. And what did Spirit say is keep the faith. Only this time you got this card, keep the faith. They're asking you to be solo right now. You're on a learning curve right now. You're actually going to be turning on this journey that you're on. Like you're just about to turn the bend. I don't know what this means, but you might be let's say you started something a year ago, or a business, or healing people, or something that you might be doing, or this journey that you want to be on, or maybe it's schooling, I don't know, but you're almost there. Does this make sense to you?
Well, I might be starting a job in a couple of weeks, so that would be a good thing. Maybe that's the new beginning.
So did you just come out of? Did you just get let go of a job, we'll say, or did something happen where you've been off work for about 4 months, and now all of a sudden you're finally getting back into your career, your work? Did this be what they're referring to? Okay, so maybe this is what they're validating is, that time that you were off, that time was your time of growing, your time of learning, your time of resting, and now you're just about to turn that bend and you're just about to arrive. This is what they show me. So that time that you were off of work, whether it was 2 weeks, 4 months, whatever it was, they're saying that that was the time that you needed for you, and now is the time that you're just about to take this bend. And once you arrive, you're going to be like, oh, it feels so good again to be able to relax. It's going to be a sigh of relief because you've missed it.
Good. That's what I need.
So I feel that wherever it is that you're going into a new office or wherever, they're making me feel it's going to be a great outcome for you. You'll make a lot of really nice friends. You're going to be, I feel like, I don't know if you've been lost lately. And of course, if you've had many readings from me or 1 or 2 readings, I don't know. I'll never remember the readings I give, especially when I'm doing Facebook Live or when I'm doing, when I'm on my Blog Talk Radio. I can never remember people's readings. It's just once it's gone, it's gone. So I don't know what your situation was the last time you called in, but they're making me feel everything that's been happening. This is where you're in a good spot right now. Did we talk about this job? Were you going for an interview at the last time that you called or something? Did we talk about the job at all? And what happened?
Yeah.
Could you share that with me?
I got offered the job yesterday, and now they're doing the background check, and she said that takes about 2 weeks to do the whole onboarding. She was talking about all that. So, if all goes well, I'm hoping. I never assume anything will be perfect.
Right.
I won't believe it until it's actually here and I'm starting work on that day, I guess.
So
I'm supposed to have more faith, but it's just been a long haul. So
I know.
I don't know why, but I can't seem to get excited because I just wait. I keep waiting for the other shoe to fall.
Okay. All right. Well, it makes sense. Now, in your last reading, whenever you had one, did I say you would be getting this job? What was the outcome of that? I'm curious to know what happened, or if we talked about it, or if I saw it happening.
No, you had mentioned that you saw some opportunities coming my way.
Oh, good.
So this was definitely one of the opportunities. And there's another one that's opened up too, but that isn't as far along in the process. So I haven't shut that one down. I won't shut it down until I've gotten the absolute deal signed and ready to go.
Right.
So I wait until it's absolutely a signed deal before I would call the other company and say to stop going forward with it. So.
Right. Well, wonderful. Well, listen, I know that it's hard to keep the faith, and oddly enough, funny enough, if you want to say it, the card is keep the faith. So this is, and you know what? I just kind of realized who you are. And
now you remember.
Pardon? I'm just gonna say a tree, and you know what I mean. So yes, and you know what? So there you have it, and I am so happy for you. So this is wonderful news. Thank you for sharing it, Laura.
Thank you, Ivana. Have a great day. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye. Well, thank you, everybody, to everybody who listened once again today. I hope that you enjoyed this show. Sometimes it's important for me to share bits and pieces of my story, to share a little bit of who I am, so you know who we are and you know who I am. So thank you once again to all the listeners. Thank you to Tiffany Whitesage from the Goldilocks Production for another wonderful show of the Butterfly Medium Show. And we will see you next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.
And now, insurance-minded speeches from Geico.
It's a common expression, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. However, what if the horse's mouth is filled with useful insurance tools? This is the exact case with the Geico app. Yes, the app is free and therefore a gift horse. However, look inside the app and behold, emergency roadside assistance, digital ID cards, bill pay. Get the Geico app. Look it in the mouth. Get amazing services. Thank you.